Google has made a big announcement this week that will affect search, and this will have a big impact on businesses and the traffic that's coming to business websites. So if you are in any way dependent on search traffic or looking to get more search traffic, pay attention to this. I'm going to walk through what Google announced and potential ramifications. I'm also going to share a couple of links that you can use to explore and get more information. So let me just go ahead and jump into this. So for the last, I don't know how many months now, Google has been testing what they're calling, what's called generative AI search. Basically, as you can see here, the theme of this whole thing is let Google do the searching for you. You know, historically, we always go type in a search phrase, question, and you get a bunch of search results, and you've got to dig in to try to find the answer. Well, now Google does the searching for you. They will generate answers to your questions, which can now actually be a lot more complicated than just a simple search phrase. Now, there's a lot packed in here. I'm not going to be able to hit every single thing. The big thing to make note of are these AI overviews. And so what's happening here, as you can see in this little GIF that they have here, if you search in an answer, what it's going to do is Google's going to search a bunch of websites and it's going to generate a summary for you. So now instead of having to go to multiple sites to get this information, you get this kind of an overview right here. And then they provide you with links to go to some of those sites from which they pulled their answers and their information. Now, as you can see here, you can keep scrolling down, you get into the more traditional search results. So why does this matter? Well, the big reason why this matters is because it means in a lot of cases, people aren't coming to your website. They're getting their answer, they're getting their information here. Depending on what the question is, the answer might be sufficient. Now, for more complicated, more involved searches, people will still need to go to a website. Okay, so that's one thing to pay attention to, is there is an anticipated decrease in organic website traffic. Now, another thing, and Google points it out here in this article, they said that based on their testing of this, that the sites that are linked to, you see there a moment ago, they generate the websites, they show you the sources of this information, so you can see right there. Well, those sites get a pretty significant increase in traffic by being included in that summary. So part of what's happening is there's a shift in SEO strategy in accounting for the AI assisted search and making sure that your content is optimized in a way that it resonates with AI, whether it's this, Copilot, ChatGPT, etc. And so the thing that we want to make note of is we've seen this. We've been watching this for months, and we have several clients that we've been working with, and their content is showing up as those types of resources or the links based on the search query. So there are specific things that the search engines are looking for now. Our team created a guide to what's happening in the landscape. How is this affecting buyer behavior? What are some things that you can do? There's a link to that below. You don't have to download it. You can read the whole thing on our website, but it goes into more detail. So other things that they're looking at here. Now, some of these are going to be testing. So some of this isn't live yet. The AI overview, this part right here, they're rolling this out to everybody. Maybe not immediately, but this was announced earlier this week, and so the plan is this is live. This is no longer in beta or in the search labs where it was previously. Now, where is this going? Well, soon you're going to be able to test, you're going to be able to adjust that summary. If you want more detail, you can choose more detail. If you want something simplified, they'll give you a simpler answer. You can ask really complex questions. And it gives you an example here. If you're looking for a Pilates studio and you need it convenient to your commute, and you can put in all these attributes. The language models can understand the complexity, and so they can provide you with an answer that, hits all of those different variations or different qualifications based on what you're looking for. They're doing things here in terms of being able to do meal planning and trip planning. And again, getting into a lot of complexity to where you can adjust it and tweak it and really get it dialed in. Another thing that this is supposed to be rolling out, and that is a unique AI generated search results page, or AI organized. So it says here that really this is going to be geared towards if you're brainstorming or seeking some kind of inspiration. Basically, AI is going to generate a search results page specific to you based on what you're searching for at that particular time. So again, that's going to flip the way that people are getting to your website in some cases. And another thing that they're going to be doing is incorporating video. And again, this is going to be in their labs, which is where they're rolling out these test features. And so you have to be opted into labs to get some of this functionality. Again, the summary, that's going out to everybody. But this is giving people the ability, once this comes out, to record a video and ask a question of whatever you're taking a video of, and the AI will be able to take what's in the video along with what you're asking and then generate an answer for you. So that is an overview of what's happening here. The big thing is people are going to be able to get answers to questions without ever having to leave Google. Now, in some cases, they're still going to need to go to your website. People will still dig deeper, but in these cases where it's an AI-generated summary, they read through that, they're more likely to go to the site that Google has linked. So now it's not just being in the top 3 results on a search page. Now it's getting your content showing up in those AI summaries. And just one tip that I'll give you is make sure that you are answering people's questions on your website. Format your content. Use that Q&A type format, FAQs. There's different ways to do it, but if your content does not answer people's questions, you're going to have a much harder time showing up in the search results. If you have questions about this, drop it in the comments below. Again, I'm sharing 2 links below. One is to this article. There's a video where they demonstrate some of these things. And the second is to a guide that my team has created, again, specifically talking about how does all of this affect buyer behavior, what's the impact on website traffic, and what are things that you can do to create the type of content that the AI search is looking for. So dig deeper, ask your questions. Happy to provide feedback and answers as best I can.